Okay, another podcast. Another day, another podcast. I've been watching a lot of Dave Attell, and it's a good reminder that I really need jokes. So I got to work on that today. Got to work on some jokes today. And then I think the other big revelation I had this week is that instead of kind of waiting to be quote-unquote famous to then do what I want in life, I need to do what I want in life first. And I have to let go of results and focus more on the actions itself. So, that said, I am going to... It's interesting, the thing that comes up when I think of that, well, what do I want to do versus what am I waiting for, is that more episodes of these Paraneurotic. So I'm going to be doing another one of those shortly. I think there's some kind of a farmer's market or some kind of thing going on that I'm like, can I drive through? Can I not drive through? I can't even tell. Some kind of a festival or something. I think it's a farmer's market. I don't know what it is. But at any rate, I'm driving through, and other people are driving through, so it's not as big of a deal as I thought it was. There you go. Had an entire plate of cookies last night. That's how I'm doing. In terms of health, that's how I'm doing. Paid for it this morning. And now I'm debating what to do for lunch, because I'm not really feeling hungry. Really not feeling it. I think I'm going to get a salad at Starbucks. I think that's what I'm going to do. But yes, more of this Paraneurotic. Oh, that guy's driving a convertible, and he's got these giant plants. Almost like I think a baby tree in the back seat. I remember that. My parents were big. My mom was big into gardening. I don't think my dad was into gardening. My mom was the gardener. And really, it was a very odd thing, because she would spend all this time telling me how much gardening relaxed her and how much she enjoyed gardening. And yet, every time I saw her in the garden, or every time I heard her talk about the garden with Dad, inevitably, she would be stressed out beyond belief. Because either the aphids were attacking the plants, and I got to spray, organic vinegar extract on it, or the maintenance people were trimming the bushes too far, and she didn't want them to trim the bushes, and how do I commute? I've got to be out there when they're trimming, so I tell them, don't trim the bushes too hard. We've got to befriend the maintenance people. Who's doing the maintenance today? It's Timmy. Timmy's terrible. Jimmy, on the other hand, he knows how to trim a bush. So that's what I think of when I think of gardening. And I always wanted to tell, my mom would be sitting there going, well, the plants are all dying, they're not growing, they're not, And my impulse would be, well, it seems like those other bushes that somebody else planted there always seem to be doing fine. And those weeds over there are great. They're thriving. So, call me crazy. But if perhaps we studied what happens naturally in this part of the world at what plants are supposed to grow here and reacted accordingly, perhaps it would be less stressful for you. I wanted to say that, and eventually I think I did say that, and eventually I think she figured that out for herself. And so now the gardening she does, I think it's a lot more... She does that. I think she plants stuff that's more indigenous. So that's... So see, we all learn and grow. We all learn and grow. Just like the plants. They learn and grow too. Reading about how there's some trees that will grow over the roots of other trees and steal, basically vampire their way, suck the nutrients out from other trees and kill the other trees around them. And those trees, see, I could make a political joke right there, but I don't want to. I don't want to get political with that. But, you know, some trees are just dicks. That's all I'll say. Some trees are just dicks. I always suspected it. There's some trees that just seem to have an attitude. Not a busy traffic day. It's Sunday. It's Sunday here in beautiful downtown Burbank, California. So yes, gardening. I'm not into that. I have no desire to garden. I have no desire to grow my own food. I don't find any of that interesting whatsoever. I appreciate nature, but I don't want to handle it. I don't need to handle it. Nature seems to be fine without, like I would totally be, if I ever own a house, I'm not going to take care of that front lawn. I want that front lawn to be overgrown. I want people to go, ooh, I don't want to go there. That is exactly what I want. I want to be the eyesore of the neighborhood. So badly. All right, so this is a new thing. There are these bikes now that I guess you can rent. These Metro bikes with a basket. Maybe I should do that today. Try the bike, because we've done the scooter. Now let's try the bike. And I have a helmet. Just might be bad for my testicles, because I've got the epididymitis. Yeah, I'm talking myself out of it already. It's gotten to the point where I'm too lazy to see a movie. Because that involves, walking up those stairs. Oh, they have an escalator. I don't even have that as an excuse. But I don't have a desire to. My attention span is getting. My attention span is getting very short. I struggle to even stay up through a movie. I conk out. I get tired. I mean, I watched the Between Two Ferns movie, which was hilarious, and I stayed with it. But even then, at points, it was a bit of a struggle. I mean, the part of me was like, "All right, get next clip." Yeah, there's a guy in a scooter in the middle of traffic, no helmet, just rolling the dice on a Sunday. That's what he's doing. Rolling the flippin' dice. Now, you know what? I'm being spontaneous. Look at me being spontaneous. Look at this rapidly approaching middle-aged Jewish man being spontaneous. I'm going to go to Romancing the Bean today. I'm not going to go to Starbucks. And you know what's leading me to Royal Bean? I'll be honest with you, they have gluten-free marshmallow chocolate chip cookies. That's what I'm going there for. You heard it here first, folks. That is what I'm going for. What are we going to even talk about today? I'm telling you what I'm going to do. That's a horrible podcast. It's basically a big, long commercial. Also, bought tickets to Denver. Going to visit the family in Denver. And buying tickets through Southwest. Every time I buy an airplane ticket, I think, okay, is there a cheaper way I could be doing this? I don't know. I just went to Southwest website. I'm sure there's points and coupons and things. I just did it. I didn't check to see what kind of plane it's flying. I should check that. And see. I don't want to worry. I'm just going. I got to deal with that. That's probably why my bowels are killing me. Is the flying, which I hate doing. But I'll do it, and then hopefully all will be well. Or we'll crash in a fiery ball of fire, and it'll be the end. And that's what that is. I'm opening a card that somebody gave me. Check out this card. What's my feeling on cards? What is my take on cards? I think we need to stop cards. I really do. Like, I appreciate the thought that goes into a card. But as I say that out loud, I think to myself, you know what, I don't. I'm getting to the point. I'm not sure if I care what your sentiment is towards me anymore. I appreciate money. That's all I want. If you want to give me anything, give me money. Give me money. That's... Yeah, you know. Listen, I want to write you this thank you note. I really appreciate you. You know, don't bother. Our lives are too short. Okay? It's fine. It's fine. You don't need to let me know how much you love me. You don't need to do that. If you really, really want to express yourself, cash is fine. Cash. Just $20, $50. I'll take $5. Not change. Anything more than $1. $1 or more. That's all you need to do. Cash. And it's two things, actually. It's cash, and you need to be okay with the fact that I might never give you anything. That's the beauty of doing a podcast with no audience and not being accountable at all. I get to be the absolute pig that I know that I have always been, deep down. All right, good night.